So I hope you have did what I asked you to do. So if you haven't written the answers for the question C part, lesen Sie ergänzen Sie die Verben. So let me answer these. If you have done if you have done this, you can check your answer, match the following answers. Is it correct or not? And if you haven't done them, please write them. So let me read them for you. Das ist Frau Lang. Sie kommt aus Deutschland. Sie? Das ist Frau Lang. Okay. Sie wohnt in Frankfurt. So you need to answer these questions on the behalf of her. Right? Same with the Jan you used to do. So Jan, you are a third person who's telling someone about the Jan information. So Jan kommt aus Frankfurt. Er. So er means he. So who he? So he is Jan. So we are referring to John here. Just like in English we used to do. This is same. So er wohnt in Zurich. So he lives in Zurich. Right? So that's the right answer. So let's read the question 5a. Und Sie machen Sie zwei Interview wie in 4b. Formell und informell notieren Sie. Name, woher, wo. Guten Tag, wie heißen Sie? So let's 4b. So we need to answer this formally and informally as well. So we need on the basis of interview 4b. So they are referring to this one, this dialogue. So I think that you have read this dialogue. If not, then we have to do. So let's read this. Warren Sie den Dialoge, wie heißt du? Ich heiße Jan. Where kommst du? Aus Frankfurt. Und wo wohnst du? In Zurich. So W-Frage Ausgangssatz. So answer sentences mean this. And you know W-Frage. So let's name. So you need to answer these questions in formal term and informally as well. So you need to answer these first formally, then informally. So let me write this on the basis of interview. So I think that we need to write our information on this rather than writing the information for Jan. So let's write this. So you can simply Ich heiße or ich bin. So ich heiße is a more right word. Ich heiße. So heiße. Ich heiße Shivam. You can write your name, right? I think we need to ask questions to them, not answers, right? Let me confirm this. So on the möchten Sie zwei Interview wie wir B formell und formell notieren Sie. Okay. Okay. There's no need to answer this. We need to question them first. So, firstly, we are going to question them. Then the answer is going to be same. That's the right way. Okay. So, sorry, that's a misunderstanding of the question. So, let's get straight into this. Ich heiße. Ich heiße. Ich heiße du. Wie heiße, sorry. Wie heißt, not ich. Wie heißen Sie? This is the right way to ask question. First, W-Frage. So we are practicing W-Frage here, right? In the formal way. And then we need to ask this question, same question in informally. Wie heiße, wie heißt, wie heißt du? Wie heißt, B-I-E-P-S-T, is du. So, wie heißt du? This is the right way. Then, wie heißt du? Woher, woher, woher kommst du? So, you can, you need to write this. Woher common Z. So remember this. How I'm writing this. So is I'm just looking at this. So you can see that whenever you are asking someone, so here comes to wonen, right? So remember this. This is really important. So wohen common Z, right? Horizon. In this case Z. Wohen common Z. So remember this. Woher common Z. So you need to answer this. So it's not one, where, one common Z. So where common Z. So this is the right way. So where common Z. Okay. Where comes do. But this is for pronomins. You need to remember them. There's no way that you can escape them. There's a Testanten rule that our teacher used to taught us. So, but I think that this is not the right time to teach you this, the test and 10 rule, because it's pretty early, I think. But still, I think that teaching you test and 10 right now is important. So, I'm going to do that. Please don't stress yourself if you don't understand anything right now. I think that it's getting hard for you, but I will try to ease you as much as possible I can with this burden. So let me just write this. So wo, this is for where he's lived. Okay, who wants to? So who wants? Wo, wo wants? Okay, wo wants? Wo. Mm-hmm. So wo wants, right? Wo wants to, or in this case wants to, wo wants, so it's this change, this is change one, change to one Z, so one change to one. So this is important for one and Z. So if you have looked this, so you can understand what I'm trying to do. So if you haven't, but just don't, just when you understand, I will get back to this slide next. So don't stress yourself too much. Who wants to do? Okay, who wants to do? Right. So this is the correct answer. So let's get back to this one. So I'm not going to confuse you this. So let me just snip this a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to use paint. I usually love paint, so let me paste it. Okay, I think that I can paste this on paint. Okay, so let me just drag this a little bit. I think you can see this, right? I hope it's not it's visible to you, because it's visible to me. I think the screen is, yeah, now it's visible to you as well. Okay, so there is a rule which we learned, that is called test and 10 rule. So what is this test and 10 and I'm talking about? So test and 10 rule is test test and 10. So this is the rule, right? Let me magnify this a little bit. So let me change this font to 20 so you can see this. Okay, let me just make this a little bit better. Okay, this is another. Okay, okay, just enough. This is the issue that we have with the paint. So test and 10 rule means that, so test and 10 rule. So test and 10 rule basically stands for test and 10 rule basically stands for we use ish. So let me just clarify you with ish to. So what is nouns? So firstly we need to understand, before learning to any rule, we need to understand what is nouns. So in English, you remember that there are I, right? There is you, if you remembered. If I, he slash she slash it, remember? So in English we have I, you, he, she, it. So this is nouns. So someone, so you are asking or you are addressing yourself or you are addressing someone else, it's a noun, right? So these are called personal pronouns. So you can call them nouns or personal pronoun. Personal pronomen. Pronomen. In German we call them pronomen. Personal pronomen. So in English we call them pronomen. No, pronomen. So in German we call them personal pronomen, and in English you call them nouns, right? So he, she, it, right? And we, we had we, and then we ask you all did this. So then we have z. So z, I think the same as z, and there is xi. So xi is capital I. Then no, it's not xi. So sorry, there is a ear. I wrong you all. I want to write here you all. So and then we have they, right? They, you all, they. So these are forms. You remember? So in German we have, how do we write them? So I is write as ish, you as write as do, he, she, it. So he, she, it, right, written as air, z, it's small z. So here, air, z, air, z, is. So he, she, it. So then we have we. So we will write this we. Okay. You all is written as ear. So you have this. Remember, I write it accidentally. So z is z. So there is a difference between she wala z and they wala z, and there is a third type of z which we use as you formal. Remember, we have discussed this before. You formal. So don't get confused with these. So you formal wala z is capital S, I-E, right? So this is all we had. So now you need to understand that where these phenomena and where these rules came to execution. So there is a rule. So to if you want to use common, so how we write ish comma, you common, best bin, this all is really confusing. So remembering this chart is might be different for you and difficult for you, but it's not that different or difficult. Let me just give you a trick so it will help you to make you don't need to remember this first of all, and to make this chart. This is not the full chart that I explained you, but yeah, this is a glimpse of it. Mhm. So then we have verb. So comma is verb common. So let me just write here. When you are going to when we are referring comma, so that means came or come from. Come, that simply means come. Okay, com means come. Okay. So if I'm writing ish comma house India, right? Is this correct? Yeah, it's totally correct. Ish comma house India. Okay. Or ish comma house from wherever city I'm from. That is also right. Going right. But I'm going if I'm going to Germany, then I need to mention that ish comma house India. Okay. And if I'm going to ask my friend, for example, so I'm going to ask him like this way, where common do. So he's my friend. Okay. So he's my friend. I can ask him, hey, where are you from? Yeah, that way. Not so polite. Okay. So okay, this is I I'm asking I'm answering where I am from, and I'm asking my friend where he is from. Okay. Then if I met someone and I want to ask them where are you from? So that mean I should be polite to someone whom I don't know or who is stranger to me. So वो है com वो है common Z. So here I did a mistake. So let me rectify this. So here I rather than writing वो है common do. So here is go where comst do. So this is wrong. Let me rectify this. So here needs to const. So let me correct this. Where const. So where const to const. Where const to const to. Okay, where const to. Where common z. Okay, so these are fraggers. These are questions. These two is question, right? Definitely the structure is a little bit different, but more or less this is same. So this is a verb. So comma ish is a pronoun. So you remember this now? Subject, object. So to to phrase any sentence, okay, you need to have a sentence structure first. So you need to have a subject first, then you need to have a verb, then you need to have an object. Remember in English, that's how we used to form sentences, right? So same. So here this is the way. In German also you need to do the same. Just the way of writing things might be differ, but the basic grammar behind every language or every subject remains the underneath same way. So here we call subject, we refer as, so subject is referred as subject, okay, plus verb, then we have object, not object but object. Verben भी होता है sometimes, we call verben, so verbs verben, okay. Object, 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 okay. This is, okay, and this is not, this is autocorrect, okay. So this is structure, structure. What is this? Is struck, STRU, okay, TUR, structure, structure, okay. They are, what is such a structure, such a, such a structure. So sentence structure, that means sentence structure. This is a sentence structure, okay. So here you can see that here I use comma, here I used const, here I use common. So this is going to change every time. So yeah, that's true. So here they are also referring this. So have you seen this? So whenever I used comma, so ish comma, see ish comma, do const, do const, z common, see z common. So that's a way. That's a way to write verbs. Wohnen is also a verb. Wohnen means where you live properly is this. And bin, bist, zist, sind. So this is the ich bin. So I am, you are, he is, or you sind, sie sind. You are formally. Sie sind means you are formally. Yeah. So that's the basic grammar behind it. If you don't understand anything, because I think that you didn't get anything in first time and nobody gets for in first time. So I will like to try to understand this table, and next time I will definitely, not now because I think that it's too much, but there's a rule called test intent rule, but I will mention that in next video. So because I think that it's too much for this video, if you understand this, so you can definitely understand that also. But remember this, firstly you need to understand what is personal pronouns and how the sentence structure is formed, okay. And whatever I taught you in this video, that's really important. So I'm not going to overburden you this, because I think that for the second lecture it's too much. So I think that's enough for today. And auf Wiedersehen.